Hey Leo, welcome to the channel. My name is Echo Moon. Today I'm doing your first half of the love reading. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is a general love reading, so it's going to apply to both singles and couples. The next love reading, I'm going to split them within the reading. So one for singles, one for couples, but that's the next reading. We're going to start off with the Oracle deck. We're going to look over some intentions, challenges, lessons, etc. Clear that out. Then we're going to do the Tarot spread. The Oracle spread and the Tarot spread are two separate spreads. Sometimes they resonate with one another, sometimes they don't. So just take what resonates with your situation, whichever spread resonates, and just leave what doesn't, okay? All right, so let's get into it. Leo, Leo, Leo. What's your intentions when it comes to your love life for the first half of December? What is your intentions? What is your mind frame? Orphaned. Some of you guys feel like somebody left you. They hurt you. Some of you left somebody. Like, just ghosted them. Let's get a clarifier for that. Shit. Wait, me. I just need one. I just need one for this one. Let's clarify orphaned. What is going on? It's Mercury in retrograde. Blaming that. Alright. What's up with orphaned? Mending. So your intentions right now is to heal yourself after you felt like somebody abandoned you. And what's a challenge? I'm going to do that like this. Yeah, for the room. And what's the challenge for you, Leo? Shoot. I'm taking it. So we have fork in the road and we have chaos and conflict. So your challenge is to make a decision on how you want to handle the situation. It's kind of like, because for some of you, because like I said, it's not going to resonate with all, but because you feel like you were abandoned and somebody just walked away from you, you're trying to, it's like make up your mind on how you want to handle it. Do you want to go the peaceful route because you want to heal yourself, or do you want to go the chaotic route where there's drama? So your challenge is to make up your mind on if you want chaos and conflict, or if you want to just take the high road, so to speak. As you see, this dude got different directions to go in. If you want to take the high road and not confront that person and create more drama than what you need, more pain than what you need. Because it's kind of like, who the hell are you to think that you can hurt me? And however they did it, for some of you guys, it was expected, but you didn't pay attention to the signs. You didn't see what was coming. And that's why it hurts. And it's like when you stop and you look back at things, it's like they were there, the signs were there. You just refuse to see them. Now it's a lesson. Okay, looks like you guys are popping up with the 2. So we have Y, which is favorite card. We have come to the edge. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So your lesson is to basically, question what is it that you want to risk when it comes to love. Because coming to the edge is all about taking that risk. It's all about opening yourself up to love completely. So it's just like your lesson is whatever you learned from your past scenario, or whatever this situation was for those of you who resonate with it, what's worth it? What's worth taking the risk? How do you want to proceed from here? The question is, why did this occur to me? Why did this happen? And the lesson is, take the risk. Expose yourself. It's okay to be exposed. It's good to be tough and strong and courageous and bold and fearless and all that other stuff. But at the same time, it's also okay. It's okay to be raw. And what draws you and your partner or potential partner? What is the compatibility feature, or compatibility factor, excuse me? Like, what draws you to one another? Renewal. That's regeneration. That's transformation. Some people come into your life to teach you lessons, whether you stay with them or whether you leave them. And what draws you guys together is that you guys both are able to like pull out change, transform one another, change one another. The question is, even if that is drawing you together, there has to be someone who is resisting the change. There's someone resisting that change. Let me get one more. Happy, happy. You guys are a fixed sign. So for you, it's kind of like you like things the way they are, not really, you can adapt to change, but you don't really like it. So even though what draws you guys together is that there's change there, it brings happiness, but there's also, I feel like it's met with resistance. And I'm only saying that based off of these cards. Okay? No matter what, change has to occur. But it's like, for some, it could have been in the beginning, this person changed you. They made you happy. That's what drew you guys together. But right now, you're healing. And if you're not the one healing, because it's love, but this is specifically for you. I was going to say it could be the other person, but no, the oracle is specifically for you. The tarot, that can go either way. Now, why is this person in your life? Like, why are they in your life? For a reason or for a season, for here and now. Just when I said for a reason or for a season, they're in your life right now. Or, at the current time. We're talking about for the first half, or it could be any time, but I'm talking about recently. This person is not necessarily in your life to stay in your life. And for those of you guys who are single and you're wondering where is a soulmate, even if you're in a relationship and you're wondering where is a soulmate, if you feel the person you're with is not your soulmate, why? What's the question? What the hell is the question? Why haven't some Leos found their soulmate? Wow. Why haven't some Leos found their soulmate? Sorry about that. Mercury retrograde. A change in the wind. There you go. It's all about change, baby. You guys have to be adaptable to change. Because if you resist that, then you're blocking out love. You're blocking out not necessarily love, but you're blocking out your soulmate. That one, you can have multiple soulmates in your life, but I'm just talking specifically around, let's say, the next year or so, like recent times, you know what I mean? But you have to be adaptable to change, because if not, then the other person who is flexible, who is adaptable, they're not going to want to be with someone who's not willing to grow with them. When you're with somebody for a long period of time and you grow with them, you have to be able to change. I mean, that's what growth is all about. If not, then they're going to stay stagnant and there's going to be unhappiness there to the point where somebody might leave. Okay? All right, so let's wrap this up. And let's go over to the tarot deck and let's see what's happening over there. Dear Leo. Okay. What is your current situation for Leo? Knight of Cups. Some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But somebody is coming in. They're coming in steady. But they're coming in to express their emotions. And let's get a clarifier for that. This could be somebody from your past. Someone you went to high school with, dated back in your teens, whatever, childhood. But somebody is coming in and they want to let you know how they feel about you. But you have good memories with this person. They bring out that like inner child within you. And what's the past influence for you guys? Boom, male or female, that's your energy. We got the Queen of Wands. Let's get a clarifier for that. In the past, you were in full effect. You were in your element. You were confident. You were in Leo status, and you were feeling mighty lucky. Like luck was on your side. Things were going very well in the past. And in the current situation, it's looking like it's going well too. Right. But yeah, that's all about, the Wheel of Fortune is all about luck and good fortune and, karma turning the right way for you in the right direction. Now, what's a challenge? Shit. You flipped. You didn't. Challenge for you guys. We got the Fool. Let's clarify the Fool. We've got the Two of Swords with the Fool. And this is in your challenge position. There goes that indecision again. Like I said, the decks don't have to resonate as far as the spreads go. Sometimes they do. Certain things might pull out. Like, for example, with the Two of Swords, we had what? Fork in the road. And that was in a challenge. That was in your challenge. Yeah, that actually was. So your challenge is, having a new beginning. Taking a risk on things that you're unsure about. This is not trusting your intuition, not trusting that things are going to be okay. You're trying to use your logic, you're trying to use your mind, but really what it boils down to is how you feel. Like, what kind of new beginning do you actually want? And like I said, you're fixed. So for some of you guys, you don't want to change. You don't want things to change. You like the way you are. You like the way things are. You don't feel like you have to do any changes. But some of you guys are indecisive about a new beginning when it comes to somebody. And that could be this person right here. You need to make a decision about what you want to do with that person. And it could be a water sign. It could be any sign. You can see these, right? Okay, so how do you overcome that challenge of making a decision on the new beginning? Are you two? If you're two, I'll take you. We have the Cups and we have the Hanging Man. You have 3 major arcana in here so far. So this is all about emotional happiness. It's kind of like, in order to overcome that whole indecisiveness, you need to look at things from a different perspective in order to get to that Cups, in order to get to that pinnacle of happiness, to be completely emotionally fulfilled. You need to start looking at things from a different perspective. Because with the Hanging Man, he's ruled by Neptune, and that's all about imagination and dreams. And this guy's hanging in balance, and he's patient, but he's also waiting. And he knows that he has to sacrifice something. And I'm saying he, but, because I'm assuming this is a man based off the body, but hey, male or female, doesn't matter. But it's a sacrifice that needs to be made in order to achieve that happiness. So again, it comes down to that change. It comes down to that change and that risk that you want to take. Now, where is your focus at right now, my dear Leo? Your focus is feeling victorious, feeling good. That's your sign right there. Being in your element. You can see that? I might have to scoot it over just a little bit. Being in your element, this person recognizes you. Not recognizes you, but this person admires you. This person makes you feel good. They make you feel lucky. They make you feel like you can overcome any obstacle. And they give you strength. That's your card right there. They give you strength. They put you in your zone. But I feel like there has to be a change made. And that's where you're kind of indecisive about. Now, what it is that you need to change, it's a matter of, do you want to be with this person or not? Because they're coming to you, but you don't know if you want to be, you don't know if you want to start something with this person. So some of you guys either being in a current situation, like you're already in a couple, you're already in a partnership, and somebody from your past comes in. Some of you guys are reconciling with somebody from your past, but you're unsure because you knew what the fallout was from the past and you're not sure if you want to make that change or if that change is really worth making. And for those of you who are not dealing with a relationship and you're just single right now, again, somebody is coming in and they're going to either be somebody that you already know or somebody that, like I said, brings out that inner child in you and they make you happy. They make you feel good, but you have your own uncertainties on things. Like they bring out a part of you that is different and it's brand new. It might feel a little uncomfortable. It might feel a little uncomfortable, but are you willing to make that sacrifice for them? Are you willing to make that change? Are you willing to take that risk for them? Mind you, this is how you overcome the challenge. Look at things from a different perspective in order to get to that point of happiness, but you got to take that risk. And what's the outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcana. What is the outcome? Shoot. What is up with you guys, huh? It's Mercury retrograde. All right. Oh, then we have another major arcana. We have the devil. And let's clarify that. And we have the King of Coins. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with any sign. But you have the devil energy here, and that's representative of the Capricorn. We have the King of Coins, that's Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with any sign. But the outcome is, it's like you feel that pressure and it's restricting you. You feel like you don't have that freedom. You know, you don't feel grounded. You have temptations elsewhere. I feel like you guys have choices, and it's not necessarily down to that one person. But it's like with that energy, it's like it's that control. It's like you want to keep that control in place. You want to keep that, you know, you don't want to feel like you're locked down. You don't want to feel like you're locked down. Some of you guys not be ready for a relationship right now, or you're not ready to be with that person right now. It could be an earth sign. Let me get one more. It's like you put the restrictions on yourself, though. You see what I'm saying? You put the restrictions on yourself. You're the one, because it comes down to adaptability. And I get the whole change thing based off of the challenge and the can't talk, but the challenge and the overcoming the challenge. Plus, you also had similarities in the oracle. That's where I get that from. And what else did you have? Regeneration. That's transformation. That's technically the death card, but that also is the hanging man, looking at things from a different perspective, making a sacrifice. That's change. You have the fool. You know what I mean? That's change. So that's where I'm getting the whole thing where I keep saying change. That's where I'm getting it from. But it's like you kind of like put yourself in a space where you feel conflicted. You feel like if you settle down, it's going to put chains on you. You feel like this is going to box you in. So the outcome is you end up being back at the point where there's inner conflict. You go from focusing on feeling good to basically going back to, you know, the way or the highway. I don't know what to do. I don't want to feel locked down. And even with the King of Coins, it could be an earth sign, but this could also be the energy where it's just like it's a grounded energy, and you not want to feel grounded. You might want to be, you know, keep that fiery energy that you have and always be on the move, not necessarily being tied down. But you have feelings. This person has feelings for you, and I feel like you are conflicted about your feelings for them, because that is the only emotional, as far as emotions and cups, This is the current situation is the only thing that is emotional right now. Everything else is all about, your being in your element, you know, having energy and taking risk and, the change and feeling victorious that, you're confident in who you are, but at the same time, you're conflicted about either wanting to be in a relationship because you feel like I said, it'll be restricting. It's restricting. You don't want it. Some of you guys are just not really ready for a relationship. Point blank, period. Okay? Let us look at the other person. Let's see what their intention is right now. Because they came to you. They have the Three of Coins. For those of you who are reconciling, they want to work things out. If you're not reconciling, then, this person basically, their focus is on you. Let's get a clarity. Let's get a clarifier. Okay. We got the Seven of Cups. It's like they're trying to maintain their focus. They're trying to stay in it, but at the same time, they're confused when it comes to you. You could be giving them mixed signals. And now they feel cloudy. They feel like they can't trust their emotions because there's too much going on. It's like they feel conflicted within themselves because they want to focus. They want to be a part of a team with you, but at the same time, they don't necessarily know what to do with you. They're the Five of Coins. They feel left out. We have Judgment. What is that? That's rebirth. That's change. That's inevitable. This is how they feel about you. Okay? They feel like when it comes to starting anew and having a rebirth and having, a new start in a new life, they feel like you just turn your back on it. And I'm not saying this in a bad way because I'm not here to judge you. Okay? That's not job. This is a judgment-free zone or judgment-free channel. You know what I mean? I'm not here for that. But at the same time, let's be real. Some people just are okay the way they are. Some people don't want relationships, and that's completely fine. And like I said, it's going to resonate with some people. Some people just don't want it. And I understand. We have the Ace of Swords. Let's get a clarity. Let's get a clarifier. And I pulled out two. And then we go with the Hanging Man again and the Hermit. Okay? So for them, it's like their outcome is like they finally get that clarity. They're able to see things from a different perspective because they're able to go inward. They might be a Virgo. They might be an Earth sign. It doesn't matter what the sign it is, whatever. But at the same time, it's like they go in isolation mode. It's like you confuse them. So now it's like they have to shut down. They have to step out of the reality in order to get that clarity. Leo, thank you for watching. How did I do on time? Not bad. Please like, subscribe, comment below if this resonates with you. If you're not really feeling love right now and wanting to be in a relationship right now, let me know. Comment below. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description box. You can click on that link. In the meantime, Leo, I wish you blessings and I wish you love and light. I'll catch you later. Bye.